not even sure if this is going to make it to YouTube, and I know this is not the environment that you're used to seeing. This is a new environment, and y'all would not believe what has transpired in the past few weeks. It has been, for me, yeah, this is not my couch. For me, an emotional roller coaster, and I could not make this shit up. Okay, so July 15th, this is when everything, the beginning of the end. July 14th, I noticed a spot on the ceiling in the hallway of my apartment. And it was a brown spot. And throughout the day, you know, every time I walked past it, I noticed it, and it was getting bigger and bigger. The next day, when I woke up, it was even bigger. So I called emergency maintenance because I'm sure there was some type of water in the ceiling. Emergency maintenance came over and let me know that there was, I don't remember what he said, but what he said was someone would be out, a contractor is going to come out the next day to cut that drywall out since it's wet and replace the drywall. I said, okay. Ultimately, what happened was so they came today and put that hole in the living room because water was all up in that wall. There's water in the closet where the air conditioning unit is. I started noticing spots on my ceiling in my room. It was getting worse, so they cut out and I have to live in this apartment with this dehumidifier running and 3 fans. There's a fan behind the couch. There's a fan blowing into the closet, which I don't understand why. The air conditioning closet, the HVAC closet, and there's a fan blowing up at the hole that they cut in my room. I am being forced out of the nest. The roof on the building needs to be replaced. So in about a week I will be moving. I told you in my last vlog that I am filing for divorce, and that is also weighing on me because it's just like, it's just everything. Trying to just get into the new apartment, which I don't want to move into this apartment. I live in a garden apartment. I am being forced to move into a mid-rise apartment because that's all they have available. It's the 6th floor. I don't like living around a bunch of people. But this is an emergency. I don't have time for anything else, and that's where I will be moving, right across the street. So at least my location remains the same. It's the same stores, the same neighborhood, same where I park my car in the same spot that I always park my car in because it's literally across the street. But I just am not looking forward to moving. I'm going to say a prayer that I've seen the apartment. It's basic, just like this apartment, except it's maybe a little bit smaller. And it's in a mid-rise, and it's disgusting. And yeah, anyway, so yeah, I'm making dinner. I decided to pick up the camera and just start documenting this. This is Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. I'll go to work all this week, and then on Saturday move. I think I'm going to take maybe 3 days off, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, just so I can get myself settled and unpack and get everything set up like it needs to be, and then start life for me. Nothing feels familiar. Even my nest feels like I'm at someone else's house. It's okay for you if you're not supporting me. I had nothing else to give you. It's hard down right now. And I, of course, originally owned a housewife. What happened was I ended up with holes in my ceilings, open walls in my ceilings in my living room, the hallway, and in my bedroom, and in the wall in the living room, part of the wall in my bedroom and part of the wall in the living room. It was constantly dripping. So when she said we had to relocate, she advised me to go on the website, look and see what apartments they have available that is comparable to what I have now, and then contact the leasing office and schedule an appointment to view an apartment. So I did just that, and I got on it right away because I think I was the first one in our building to find out that we were going to have to move, because I called to follow up. And so I jumped on it so that I could get the best possible apartment. However, she did let me know they didn't have any garden apartments available until the end of September. And that would be too long for us to wait. We needed to get out as soon as possible, so because the leaking is not going to stop and blah blah blah, it's just damage and contractors, and they just need us out the way. So the next day I viewed an apartment in a mid-rise building. It was on the 6th floor. It was a basic apartment like the apartment I have now. The layout was not something that I was fond of. It had a different layout. I was so comfortable in my apartment. Even though it's not fancy, or, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles and all that stuff, it was just very peaceful and comfortable for me. So I saw the apartment. I was like, okay, it's suitable. I never said I liked it. It's suitable. And I agreed to go ahead and let them hold that apartment for me. And I told them I would want to move in on the 25th, which was like the next week. I needed time to pack. So in that time, I hadn't signed a new lease yet. But the day before I was going to go over there to pick up the keys, they sent me a lease in my email, and I reviewed it, and I'm like, why are they charging me prorated rent anyway, it doesn't matter. I did not want to move in there. I just kept having a very bad feeling about it. I called my daughter. I was like, I just don't feel good about moving into this apartment. I just really, really don't. I just think it's going to be problems. I just don't feel good about living in a building like that. So me and my husband are friendly, and we've started rebuilding our friendship, and I just woke up just feeling like I cannot move into this apartment. I called him at like 3 o'clock in the morning because I thought he was going to be up getting ready for work. He didn't answer the phone, but he ended up calling me back like, I don't know, hours later. And I was just telling him, that I needed to move into this apartment and so on and so forth. And then I just broke down, and I was like, I was going to ask you if I could just come stay with you for a couple of months so I can just get some, a large sum. It cost a lot of money to move. Get a large sum of money together, and I had already been looking at other apartments because I just was not feeling good about going into this building. And apartments are so fucking expensive. And I can pay $2,300 or $2,500 a month for rent, but I don't want to pay $2,300 or $2,500 a month for rent. I need something clean and functional. That's what I need, and I don't need it. I don't want all my money going towards it. So my husband was like, okay, you can come stay here. It's not a problem. So he rented a U-Haul truck and rented a storage so I can put some things in storage, because I have a storage bin where I was living, a storage unit. put that stuff in a storage unit, put my couch in my love seat because he has a couch. And I brought what I needed to bring. I brought all my plants and took over the house with the plants, but it looked like a bachelor's pad, and it is what it is. And his brother lives here too. So now it's me and him and his brother. But yesterday, I can't make this up. So yesterday, my husband leaves out. He said he's going to the barber shop. So he goes to the barber shop and does what he does. He comes home and I'm in there, putting things away and trying to clear out the room just so it's not, just put my stuff where it needs to be. So I spent the afternoon doing that. So my husband comes home and he was like, I gotta go out of town. I was like, what? He's like, I need you to drop me off at the rent-a-car place. I'm like, the rent-a-car place? What's going on? He said, I have a job interview. I was like, where? I mean, where is like out of town where you gotta like go rent a car? I'm like, where? He says, Massachusetts. I'm like, what? Why would all kinds of things that like, why would you apply for a job in Massachusetts? What's drawing you to Massachusetts? Because that's random, Out of all the places in the United States that if you want a fresh start somewhere, you're not going to pick Massachusetts unless you know someone there. So just say what it is. You know what I'm saying? He was like, well, I got a friend in Massachusetts. I said, oh, okay. All right. Anyway, he's in Massachusetts. And, what can I say? We're separated. He's doing me a favor and letting me stay here, but it's just kind of like, okay, really? That's how we're doing things. I mean, it's so on brand for him to be this. If it went any other way, it would not be him. So I have the room to myself for the next 2 days, and I think I'm going back to my old neighborhood. A garden apartment is available on the 21st of September. That's like a month and a half. What can I do? I may have to do this for a month and a half. So I'm sitting in a courtyard at my husband's apartment complex. What are you doing, girl? I feel like I'm in a twilight zone, and that this is not like real, but it's real, and it's really happening to me, and I got to give myself a pat on the back how I am handling this situation. And I wish, how I wish I could just give y'all all the juicy details, but no. I think we're going to be okay. We got 10 more days and then back home. September 20th, and tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow is the day that I move, and y'all, I didn't crash out. It's been like a goddamn boot camp. Mentally, emotionally, in every single way. Plants, they survived. Look, they survived. Diva. So what I've learned, it's not all bad. We got some good things out of this whole experience. We got a lot of good out of this, actually. But what I learned is Diva loves the light. So I mean, she's grown tremendously since being here. So she's got one, two, three, four, at least 4 new leaves, and a new one is coming in now. So Diva has been doing their big one, and I'm going to put her near the window when I move. I may put her in my room and just put her right in the window so she can get light all the time, just like here. The Monstera is doing what the Monstera do. Look, not all my stuff, but a lot of my stuff is packed up here, ready for tomorrow. I'm having the TV taken down, and y'all remember my Catalan from the old Nest apartment, and my TV will be going as well. Still have some more stuff to get packed, but y'all, it's definitely going to be a brand new chapter, and I wonder what the release is going to feel like for me to finally like exhale, because I feel like I've been holding my breath since July 25th. Never thought I would be standing in my husband's apartment, emptying it out. You can see the couch and stuff is gone. After I leave, there'll be no one here. So it's like I'm moving out. But this energy in here, just the things that has happened since I got here, it's felt very icky, and I have purposely just calmed myself and got through moment after moment after moment. I just got through, and I did not crash out. Yeah. Today I will spend getting the last little bit of stuff together. Probably put some things in my car. Maybe in my trunk, not in my car, because I don't want anyone seeing stuff in there and breaking in my car. Even though it is right outside. I can see it from here, but anyway, yeah. It's sweet. It's not bittersweet. It's sweet. I know that this, not just this apartment, just this life, this connection, this is all coming to an end. You guys, we made it. It's September 23rd. It is the second day of fall, which means it's a brand new season. It's my favorite season. And I am back in the nest. Not the old nest, but the new nest, which is a lot like the old nest. I kind of like it a little better though. But yeah, we are back. I survived the 2 months at my husband's apartment. It was one of the roughest things I've ever gone through. I'm not going to get into all of that, but here we are. I'm in my new space. I'm unpacked for the most part. I do have a bunch of things I need to put in a storage bin, but I have to get the storage bin. So I think I'm going to walk over to the leasing office and see if I can get that today. And yeah, other than that, we are all settled in, and I feel good, y'all. I feel good, and I'm going to be back like I never left. And actually, I'm going to be back better than I was before I left. because I want to be consistent with this channel. I'm also going to start posting on TikTok. That's going to be coming up really soon, so you can run over there and start following me now, or I'll let you know when I'm really starting to get active on TikTok, so you can go ahead and follow me there. But anyway, I just want to come on here and end the life update vlog. We survived it. We learned a lot. Learned a lot. A lot. And yeah. Now it's just time to move forward. So that's what's happening now. And yeah, just look for content from me. I'll see you in the next video.